Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing? Yes, I am back. I am back. So, this is the day the Lord has made, and we get to rejoice and be glad in it. So, another edition of Get Ready with Me to Do Nothing this morning. Yes, I am going to get ready to do nothing. Well, I have something to do, but you know what? Um, this morning, I'm not going to do nothing. I have to go to work later on today. So let's go. As I sit here and I think about, Karen, what are you going to talk about today? And I was like, okay, first of all, I'm going to talk about, of course, mental health awareness. I know it's Mental Health Awareness Month, but you know what? I want to talk about mental health. Mental health. Why? Because it hits me home. I am the caregiver of someone who is emotionally major deep depression. I am a caregiver of someone who not only deals with depression but also have an eating disorder. I've been through mental health. I had my struggles, so yeah. And let's talk about it in our Black and Brown community. Why? Because we don't talk about it. So with that being said, I want to shout out to Nikki. How are you doing? Nikki Makeup Corner. She is someone who I follow. We are on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram together. Here on not Facebook, but here on YouTube. I am going to tag her in this video because of her comment she made on a prior video that I did about mental health. She's appreciated. She thanked me for talking about mental health, especially in the Black and Brown community where we don't talk about it, period. Yes, it's like a taboo or a stigma, but guess what? In order to make a change, it's time to talk. If you hear noise in the background, apologize, but you know what? It is the day. I'm home, authentic, and I have someone who's out there who is blowing the leaf blower. So let's go. So Nikki, thank you for that that comment you left on one of my posts, on one of my videos here, talking about thanking me for bringing awareness to mental health. Why? Because the Black and Brown community does not talk about it. So all right, so today I am going to just get ready with me and talk. Get ready to talk. First, I'm going to pray. Ooh, this is the day that you have made, and we get to rejoice and be glad in it. We choose to. Lord, I just thank you for waking us up this morning. I thank you for a sound mind. I thank you for letting me be vulnerable and transparent and talk about mental health, especially in the Black and Brown community, Lord. Lord, in order to make an impact on a stigma, topic that's stigma, let's normalize. Help me, give me the words where I can normalize mental health so we can talk about it, so people are aware, so those who are struggling with mental health, they are not ashamed. Lord, let them unapologetically with authenticness speak about their mental health, Lord. Let them walk in their dopeness, Lord. I just thank you for everything you're doing, Lord. Give me the words to speak, Lord. Let me be purposeful and not emotional. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So let's get started. Yes, we're talking about mental health. I started off saying, you know what? It's Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm going to talk about it. But you know what? I think it needs to be talked about every month. 24, look, every day of the year we need to speak about mental health. Why? Because it affects us. I have dealt with mental health, my own, those who I speak about it. In my previous video, I am a warrior of sexual assault. I am a warrior of domestic violence. And that takes a toll on your mental. So I talked about that. But I also am a caregiver of someone who is going through an eating disorder called anorexia, which is one of the deadliest eating disorder that there is. And I'm learning about it. So it's my world, because I want to be proactive and get all the understanding and share it with my community here. I'm also dealing a support group for those who deal with depression. I've been through depression. I know what it feels like. I have compassion. I have understanding. So let's talk about it. I know I suffered in silence because people want to talk about, oh, girl, that's just, how it used to be. Let's not talk about it. In the Black and brown community, taboo or things with a stigma, it was told, keep it inside your house. No, we're not going to do that anymore. Too many people are suffering in silence about mental health, and we are no longer going to suffer in silence. We are going to break the stigma and normalize and talk about mental health. Why? Because someone needs to hear it. Someone needs help. Someone who is a support system like I am, someone's dealing with mental health issues, depression. So it's real. And we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about it from a supporter side. Okay, so I did my eyebrows. I used this here. Yep. And what else next? Then, oh yeah, I got some brushes I ordered from Danessa. I like to have some. I use a lot of goat hair brushes, but I was like, you know what? Let me just order these. I like her products. I've been using it. So these brushes, so this is not a first impression. Okay. Let me get my lips. So get ready with me. One of the things I do have to do today, I have to go to the pharmacy and pick up a prescription for the person who I am the support system for. Someone who has been diagnosed with major depression disorder. And what that is depression, a very severe case of depression. It affects their livelihood. What happens is this person wants to stay in the bed. This person has been through trauma. This person also have insomnia at night. So being the support system, as far as me, I have to sometimes, I don't get enough sleep, and I have to manage my mental health in order for me to be purposeful and not emotional in dealing with different stages of the depression. So yeah, so me eating healthy, making sure that I'm understanding compassion and seeing the signs, whether it be, okay, did you take some of the signs of someone who's deep depression. They want to stay in bed. They do not want to take a bath or a shower. Someone who's looking outside, looking in, might think, oh, that person is not cleansed. Oh, that person is body hygiene is not intact. You never know what a person goes through. So for anyone out there who deals with depression and you don't feel like taking a shower, or you can't take a shower, it's not like you don't want to, but you can't take a shower, get some baby wipes. And you know what? Unapologetically get some baby wipes and just wipe yourself off. I know when I was going through my deep depression, I didn't want to get out the bed. I didn't want to take a shower. I didn't want to brush my teeth. It had nothing to do with me being unkept. I just mentally and emotionally could not do the typical things or the normal things that someone else who was not dealing with depression. So me being a caregiver of someone who's going through MDD, meaning major depression disorder, I understand. So I see the signs where, okay, I may say, did you brush your teeth today? And if this person says, I will try, it's okay, because I know that it is so hard to even brush your teeth. Yes, so with that being said, let me get my eye, because I got to go pick up, I got some things I need to do before I go to work. So, yeah. So, what if you're watching this, and right now I'm using Vidyard thing. So, if you're watching this, what are some of the things that you do when you're going through a depression, when you're in your state of depression? What are some of the things that you do? What are some of the negative things that you have to deal with? If you are a support system to someone who is going through depression, what is some of the things that you want support in? Drop it down so I can talk about it. Because this platform, we're going to talk about depression and mental health, different types of mental health, and especially in the Black and brown community where we don't talk about these things, and especially in men. We're going to talk about depression in men. I read or heard somewhere that it is 3 times, men are 3 times higher to want to take their life. That means that we are putting too much putting too much, that men deal with too many things and they're not able to be heard or talked about. So I want to talk about that and talk about it with men who have been dealing with depression. So yeah. So let's go and all right, now let me get here. I have my little brush. I'm gonna do my eyes, and if it seems like I'm getting off track, I do apologize. I want to stay on track. I want to be purposeful and not emotional. Got my shirt. Be purposeful and not okay. Be purposeful and not emotional. So how is everyone doing today? How are you doing? And remember, it is okay not to be okay. You know, sometimes I have to tell myself that when I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I tell myself that. Why? Because it's okay not to be okay. That means that I'm not overwhelmed. And sometimes I get overwhelmed. Sometimes I just like, oh my gosh, I can't get through it. And then I have to say, you know what, Karen? It is okay. You can get through this. You can get through this, and you got this. So sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Okay, so I am going to have not used this palette from Sydney Grace. Okay, Tiny Marvels. And I do like this palette. So I'm just going to just put some makeup on. This is my 27 brush. I have been using this brush, so yes. And I like the brush. The brushes are soft. Okay. I'm going to use this one here for my base. Okay. Yep. So if you're looking to invest some brushes, I would say these are good. I think this was the starter collection. It was $175. So, but I like it. It's nice and soft on my lids. And I like the fact that I can go, never mind the blue, because I do my makeup every day. I really do. Why? Because I have control of what my makeup looks like. Yes, I do. You know, it's like I can be creative. I can think outside the box. I can ground myself. I can regroup and be like, you know what? You know, and I can just manifest. Okay, here we go. I'm using Spicer. So staying on topic. Yes, talking about mental health in the Black and brown community. Yeah, for so long we were told, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody what's going on. It's just for our house. Stop it, people. We need to stop that. We need to be educated. We need to know that it's okay that if you're struggling with your mental health, we need to have resources. It's okay for you to see a therapist. It's okay in the community, in the church community. It's okay that just because you see a therapist doesn't mean that you don't believe in God. Let's do, yes, spiritually, we pray to God to help us deal with or support someone who has mental health. I do it all the time. However, in the natural realm, that yes, it takes a therapist to help. It took a therapist to help me get through help me to deal with my mental health in order so I can manage it. We need to normalize seeing a therapist that is okay. We need to normalize men being able to be creating a safe spot for men to be vulnerable, to deal with their mental health. At the church I go to, there's two gentlemen. They started a support group for men just so they can talk. So I'm gonna get their information and I will add it to this video at a later date. But I'm gonna talk to them because men, you know what? Men needs to know that there is a safe space for them to talk about their mental health, and it's okay to be vulnerable. So yeah, yep. I have my youngest son who's 30, who's 30 and is gonna be 31. I have a son who's gonna be 38. With that being said, if you're a man, men, you are enough. You are enough just the way you are. So ladies, we need to tell our men that they are enough. We need to tell not only ourselves, but our men. Not only our men, but our children. Those who we love, we need to say, guess what? You're enough. Because guess what? So many of our loved ones are suffering in silence. Okay? So, I am using Spicer. Yep. All right, so. All right. Woo, woo, woo. So now, I am going to put, that's what it's so far. I am going to finish up this look so I can maximize my day. I have to go to the store. I have to go to the pharmacy to pick up some prescription that the one I'm supporting can physically be able to operate. So, yeah, people out there who needs their medication, and it's okay, you know, therapy. And let's see, I'm going to use this brush here. It's the My 24th. So, and I also need to get some, okay, I like this color. I also need to pick up a few things. Like some, ooh, okay, here we go. Some garbage bags. Also, another thing that you can do with your food is someone who is struggling with an eating disorder or mental health that you don't feel like cooking. Meal prep. Meal prep for for every other day. That way, you're able to do a little bit at a time. I know it gets overwhelming to say, okay, let me cook every day. You don't feel like it. Where meal prep, I know that I am every 2 days. So yesterday was Wednesday. I did some meal prepping yesterday for 2 days. So every third day I will be meal prepping in order to be productive, in order for the person who I'm supporting that has an eating disorder is not overwhelmed by the food. Also, this person has a safe food, which is salad. Now, a little bit about this person's eating disorder, which is part of mental health, anorexic. And what someone who has anorexic does, they restrict their eating habits. And this is just me personally dealing with, because of trying to control, and a lot of times has to do with trauma. Eating disorder and trauma have connection. No one wants to talk about it, so I'm not going to go into it, but the more I learn, the more I will bring it to the community. Okay, all right, so now let's get this one, use this. So yeah, I want to stay on track. So here, if you have anything to share or any comment that's going to help someone in this deal with depression, so they can, what you do as a supporter or someone who has been through deep depression, and what are some things that you do to help you to function in everyday life. Okay. All right, so now I am going to use my my red, because I got these dark circles, y'all. Dark circles, dark circles, dark circles. I know. So, anybody? Oh, guys, I got some news last week, and I went to a graduation, and a friend of mine who daughter graduated and she was blind. And I'm so proud of her. She graduated. She has accomplished so much. I'm proud of her. However, while she was going to school, she had a person who transcribed her books in order for her to read in Braille. So, about 6 months ago, I mentioned to my friend, I was like, you know what? I would love for the lockbox to be available in Braille for the visual impaired community. And so last week, and I got to meet the gentleman. And guess what? We talked about a lot of things. And we talked about him doing my book, making available in Braille for the visually impaired. Now, why I'm so excited. First of all, sexual assault. If anybody knows, my book's about Sophia Jones, who was sexually assaulted, and dealing with that, dealing with sexual assault, and the stigma. She was angry, just a lot of stuff that someone goes through. It's my story. However, I turned it into a crime novel, and I said I want it to be available for those who are blind, who are legally blind, and in order to make an impact on other people. So anyways, it's gonna happen. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Look at God. So yes, so I will be sitting down, having a talk, going into it. He told me exactly how, in details. It is so exciting that I actually, I manifested this. This is something that I wanted, because those who have been those who are legally blind or vision impaired, who could not see their perpetrator, does not mean that it did not happen. So, and for my book to be available in Braille, and someone who has been and for those who have been sexually assaulted, and who is legally blind or visually impaired, you have, the story is for them. It can impact their lives. So I'm excited, y'all. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna use put some stuff on my face right here. So yeah, so let's wrap up. So we're talking about Black mental health in the Black and brown community, which we don't want to talk about. Guess what? We're going to talk about it here on this platform. Why? Because I dealt with mental health, and I suffered in silence for years. And I'm a support system of those who are dealing with mental health issues, such as MDD, major depression disorder, eating disorder, anxiety, acute anxiety, PTSD, all that deals with your mental health. So I've had, child, let me tell you, I've experienced all of them, and have gotten help. Okay, so I'm going to use this Sasudo in 440 amber. So, and I am going to use this. I think this color is, oh yeah, this is the brush. So shout out to Nikki from the Nikki's Makeup Corner. And she made a comment on my post. And I was like, you know what? Saying how she appreciates me or thank me for talking about mental health, especially in the Black and brown community. So thank you, girl. And another thing, let me tell you about Miss Nikki. She's such a beautiful person. She reviews different makeup. As a matter of fact, I have watched some of her reviews on some makeup that was available, that was she did a review on. As a matter of fact, Win Beauty, she did that, and I was like, you know what, that looks really nice on her, let me get it. So I trust her opinion. So she does tutorials on different makeup, different concealers. So go check out Nikki Corner and go support her. I will be shouting out to other creators that I follow and I trust. So stay tuned. Well, yes. We have to support each other. Okay, so this is what this looks like. I'm liking it. Very natural, see? Now, I just need to. This is Win Beauty. Nikki did a tutorial on this here, and I was like, you know what? Let me order. And I did. And a few other things that, like a eyeshadow palette by, so I will be using that next week. So, but yes. Now, boop, boop. I'm going to use this here. Okay. I don't want to be too long on my videos. So, but I also just gonna be myself. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Boom. Now I gotta get some. Okay, what powder? Under eye brighten powder. I'm going with Danessa. It's a Danessa type of day. Yes, it is. Ooh, this is her. And I'm going to use her brush. What other brush? Yes. I'm going to use this one here. Is my number 3. My number 3. And it is called the My Yummy Base. So, I like the way it fits under here. It's soft. So, I've invested, when I was first started off makeup, I was like, Dad, what brushes should I get? And I like spent so much money on brushes. However, I learned that the brush makes a difference. But however, just blending. Okay. These are soft. I like these. However, you can always find, if you don't have the, I think it was $175. If you don't have that, guess what? It's okay. Invest in some brushes that you can afford, and it's okay, because guess what? At the end of the day, it's just practice. Oh, I'm using this here. Practice, practice, practice. But these these are. This one here is called the My Yummy Shaper Large Angle Brush. So I like the fact that I can. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, some that, yep. Look at me, not being perfect. It's okay. It's okay. And then I am going to put Vanessa's. Gonna use, even though I got the blush here, use it on my. Here we go. And it's okay. It's okay that you can mix products together, because it's all gonna, they all gonna come together at the end, okay? They wanna marry each other. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm almost done, y'all. I am almost done. Oh, okay. Ooh, one more thing. I need to put some eyeliner on. And I always like to use what I'm using. This is the number, this is My Yummy Target Fluff. This is my number 17. So I am going to use this as my liner. That's one thing that I always do. I use my eyeshadow from my eyeshadow palette as liner. Okay. And then let's get rid. Let's do here. Let's here, little inner corner. Shiba. Down. Boom. And guess what? Do my look. Ooh, wait. I almost stopped. I like to use this here at the bottom of my eye. See? Yep. Make it a little bright. Then I'm gonna take my boom here. Under my eyes. There we go. Let's see. Now, I'm going to spray my face. And which one am I going to use? I have my Makeup Forever spray. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I know. I go crazy with this, because I just like it. Let it dry. Then I'm going to let it dry. Alrighty. Let's put some earrings on. I already did my hair. There we go. Alrighty. Ooh. And then I'm going to, what I like to do is I like to, as it's drying, take my fountain brush and push it in. To marry myself together. All right. And I think I need a little bit more of my some more blush. I'm a blushy girl. Look. And if I'm not looking at the camera, I do apologize. Okay. Yeah, so what are we gonna do? We are done, first of all. Now I gotta do my eyelash, my mascara, because I put that on last. So we are going to, how are we gonna break the stigma of mental health not to be talked about in the Black community, or not talked about? We're gonna talk about it. We are going to talk about it. And guess what? If you're suffering from mental health issues, such as depression, such as an eating disorder, such as schizophrenia, such as any type of mental health, we're going to talk about it. And not just this month, but I want to talk about it because it affects me. I had to go through it, and it does not, I want it to be, I want the stigma to be broken. I want to normalize it's okay to talk about mental health. I want men to be like, it's okay to be vulnerable, to have a safe space. So later on the week, I will get the information where a friend of mine, he just started a group for men to feel safe and talk. And they had as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, they had a gathering just for the men, and the men did it, and all the men came together. So that's what we need. So I will have that down. It's for men only. So if you're a woman out here and your husband or your boyfriend or your significant other is struggling with issues that men and feel like they're alone, guess what? They don't have to feel that way. So I'm gonna make sure I have that. Shout out to Nikki, Makeup Corner. She brought my attention. She was like, I thank you for talking about mental health, especially in the Black and brown community. I'm gonna do that more often. So I'm gonna put her Instagram handle. I mean, she's on Instagram. She's here on on YouTube. She does tutorials, and I will be posting that. Okay. Oh, her handle. So, hey girl, how you doing? I appreciate you. So thank you. And then I'm just going to do this, and then I'll be done, y'all. I need to run before I go to work, I need to go and pick up the medication for the person who I am supporting, their support system. Pick up a few things for groceries. Yeah, be that support system. And if you are dealing with some form of mental health, I need you to walk in your dopeness unapologetically with unwavering faith. Because guess what? We about to normalize mental health. We're about to normalize it. We are no longer going to suffer in silence. So, this is the look. This is my look. So, I need each and every one of you to have an awesome, blossom day and be purposeful and not emotional. Be purposeful and not emotional. And guess what? You are awesome. You rock. You are dope. I need you to walk in your dopeness unapologetically. I need you to be authentic. It is okay. You are you, and we're going to break the silence. We're going to break the silence. So, with that being said, I will see y'all next week. I did this, y'all. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So, gotta go. Talk to you later. See you next week. Bye-bye.